Welcome back, y'all. Somebody requested that I talk a little bit deeper about LinkedIn, what the benefits are of it, what it is, how to use it, and then also a quick overview of how to make a basic profile. So that's what I want to talk about. Obviously, I have a few videos here on here on LinkedIn, here on YouTube about LinkedIn and how I've been using it, how it's benefited me in my job search previously, how I plan to use it in my job search when I am looking for another job, and then how it's helped me in my career so far. So, I want to be a bit of a resource for those of you who either made a LinkedIn years ago and abandoned it, or maybe you never made a LinkedIn at all. Yeah, there's a lot of money making opportunities, a lot of job opportunities on there. And I think more of us need to be using it and more of us need to be using it appropriately. So that's what we're going to talk about today. If you don't know, my name is Alexis. I make videos here on YouTube every single day. Check my track record. Today is day 25. I can't believe I get to say that. That's over 3 weeks of posting every single day about career, about travel, about life, and navigating big life changes and decisions and all that stuff. So hop on this train early. My goal is to post every single day for for 90 days, for 100 days at minimum, and we're a quarter of the way there, y'all. So let's keep this train going. Okay. So I wrote down some notes. So if you see me looking over to the side, that's what it is. I wanted to make sure that I thoroughly covered this. And per usual, feel free to comment, ask me more questions. If you have anything specific that you want me to talk about, or whatever, anything. Okay, so first and foremost, what is LinkedIn? I heard it described as just like an online resume platform, and it can be that, but basically, what it is, I would say on a high level, it's a free database of working professionals that you can access. So, this is everyone from the CEOs of huge companies to people like me who are in relatively entry level roles to as I mentioned, hiring managers and recruiters and it's a huge database of professionals who are putting themselves out there for either other people to see their work experience, what they're capable of, for people to learn about their software, their accounting business, their resume builders, there are people that do all sorts of things on LinkedIn, and it's a free way for you to access them. There are paid options as well, like premium options. You do not need a LinkedIn premium account to be successful on LinkedIn. That's one of the things I really appreciate about it. I have LinkedIn Premium just because it's paid for by my job because I'm in sales and it gives you extra features, but largely that's what it is. It's a social media kind of, not necessarily in the traditional sense of like you talking as much about your general life, although I do think that's shifting. I think the people that are excelling at LinkedIn are the people who are using it a lot more casually than your average LinkedIn user. It's the people who are posting their pets and posting about their trips and posting about um general things in their industry rather than specific things about their company. Yeah, it's searchable. So if you are looking for a hiring manager at a specific company, let's say you dream of working for Google, you can look up all of the managers in a specific department at Google and you can connect with all of them with like a little asterisk, but you have access to all of those people, right? Um it's also partially a resume. So there's a section where you can talk about your education, what college you went to, what certifications you got, and then you can also talk about your job history. So I used to work at Chick-fil-A, I used to work at Target, and then I worked at um Samsung or HP. I'm looking at the technology around me, as you can see. So you can mention all of that stuff as well. So your job duties, what you accomplished. There's an about section, which you can also say, what industries you're really interested in working in, what type of research you're doing, what especially interested you when you were in college, why you did certain internships, right? There's a lot of information that you can put about yourself that will make you more attractive to connections on LinkedIn, but also just to people who will help you in your career professionally. So that's the first thing. A few ways that I have personally used LinkedIn. One, obviously, I talk about it all the time, y'all. I talk about it all the time. But finding a job, there is a whole section of LinkedIn where companies will post what jobs they have. It'll have the whole job description. Depending on the company, they'll post the pay. It'll be a regular job description. And then if you do pay for LinkedIn Premium, which again, you do not have to do, I don't recommend it. Anything I tell you to do is going to be for free for the most part. You can absolutely get a 80 to 100K job on LinkedIn without paying for any sort of resources, okay? And eventually that's what I want to be able to teach all you guys to do. But yes, you can find jobs. Um, you can connect with people at the companies that are hiring, which is something I always recommend doing. Yeah, reaching out to hiring managers. You can also build a lot of credibility. So, for instance, if you are an aspiring marketing analyst, right? One of the things that LinkedIn allows you to do is it allows you to broadcast yourself talking about what you've learned about marketing, what industries you're looking to join, what industry trends you're seeing, and build credibility with a database of professionals that can ultimately help you get the job you want, right? Or if you're an accountant, you can talk about accounting, you can post about your business, you can post about your clients, you can post testimonials, and then draw in leads, bring in clients based on what you post on LinkedIn. So there's that aspect of it as well. There are people called LinkedIn thought leaders, which they talk a lot about one industry or another. So for instance, for me, there are people who pretty much all they talk about exclusively on LinkedIn is the healthcare IT, healthcare databasing, industry, and they built a lot of credibility in that area. And you can be one of those people if you want, but you're also able to access those people and what they post so that you can start to learn more of that industry language. And something that I've excuse me, something that I've really appreciated about LinkedIn as well is that you can, or excuse me, something that I recommend for people. I'm pretty sure I recommended this in another video, is you can follow people, learn their methods, and then reflect that back to them to then get more attention on yourself. So for instance, if people are talking about HL7 and FIRE, which are like healthcare IT terms, right? And they go into detail about what this is, why more people are looking into it, et cetera, et cetera. I can then take that, do some additional research myself, and post that. And then I'm getting visibility on myself, my knowledge, and putting a spotlight on how much I'm learning about the industry, which then creates a loop. And they're hiring professionals in other healthcare IT companies that now those talent, what is it, acquisition people, those hiring managers, those recruiters can find my account and actually reach out to me and say, hey, we love what you're posting. We have this 90K a year job that we want you to interview for. Let us know if you're interested. And this is something that's happened before. It's something that happens a lot if you have a well built out LinkedIn profile, if you're commenting, if you're posting, etc., etc. Like opportunities are all over LinkedIn if you're willing to put yourself out there a little bit, which I talked about in one of my other videos. I keep telling y'all all of this advice. Excuse me, I just kicked my tripod. All of this advice is like circular. It'll feed into each other. So when I tell you that putting yourself out there will benefit every aspect of your life, and then I tell you, hey, this is how you get a job, and part of that is putting yourself out there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, and yeah. So that's a lot of the like basic value of what LinkedIn is. There are probably a couple other things too. Oh, you know what? Actually, I did think of something else. There are um there are a lot of opportunities that you may not know are there, but there are a lot of opportunities that you have on LinkedIn to connect with people in either the position that you want to be or the position that you are and learn from them. And it overlaps a little bit with the like learning the industry language and finding a job and da da da. But for instance, um, there are group chats that you can make on LinkedIn, and people make them all the time. One of the ones, excuse me, it's like there we go. Okay, there's a group chat that somebody made of people in my same role at different companies who are posting and who are absolutely killing it at their job, and we exchange sales tips. So hey, this intro really, really worked and it helped me to book this meeting and it helped me to get this bonus. And I was just talking to such and such a sales leader and he recommended XYZ. So now, I think there's like 20 of us in this group chat now, are all learning about the industry and we're all getting better at our jobs just because we're willing to show up on LinkedIn and ask questions and share our learnings and et cetera, right? You get the point. So, how to set up a basic LinkedIn account. Now, to start, you don't need to do anything crazy. It might take you, honestly, I feel like everyone is constantly working, like tweaking their LinkedIn a little bit anyway. So, to just get started, it is a free platform. Like I said, do not pay for LinkedIn Premium. I mean, I guess you can. If you want to spend your money, go ahead, but you don't have to do that to be successful on LinkedIn. The first thing is just add a professional photo. Now, a lot of people will tell you blank background, all that. My picture is not blank. It's like, I don't know. I was taking some selfies around the house, but it's like, it's nothing that's like too, glitzy and just a basic one of your face. I would say maybe max up to like your chest with a relatively boring background, a headline, which would usually be either the job that you want to get or your current role. So for most people, it's like sales manager at Google or data analyst at Microsoft or whatever. And then they might have some additional info in the bottom just to kind of let people know about what they know. So it could be SaaS, which is software as a service. It could be B2B sales, which is business to business sales. It could be tech consulting, whatever it is. You just want some basic information about yourself that people can see immediately. And then the about section, again, this is a basic profile. Once you get better at LinkedIn, you can change some things. My LinkedIn doesn't necessarily look like this, but it's because I've gotten a little comfortable. The about section should be about your like what you're doing currently professionally, maybe a little bit about your education, and then what you want to do professionally, what you're looking to do, and what you're doing now to support that. So, I went to Howard University and studied communications, where I was especially interested in XYZ. And now I'm working in public relations for XYZ company doing ABCD 1 2 3. And as I look forward in my career, I really am interested in working for healthcare technology companies or finance or manufacturing or whatever. Right? Are we in a basic kind of idea? And when you're on LinkedIn, you can look at other people's profiles and get an idea of what they post. Um for my profile, I have like a fun section and then like a business section. So to me, it fosters more like regular connections with people rather than everything being so businessy. If you look at my profile, it's not like there are aspects of it that are very professional where I talk about my job, where I talk about the role, all that stuff. And then I also like I have some just whatever posts on there as well that are just fun just to talk to other people that I'm connected with on LinkedIn, right? So there's that. And then there's the experience section. If you've gone to college, you would add, your college education, maybe any certifications that you've gotten, that sort of thing, and then your work experience. So I probably, unless you're like a super high up, a seven figure a year tech consultant who's been in healthcare for, or finance, or the stock market broker, whatever, for 30 some odd years, I would say probably 10 to 15 years of experience is probably enough, depending on what role you're looking to get. If you're the type of person who is looking to be the CTO of some company or the VP of something, then absolutely put in more. I'm not that far in my career, so you will only see maybe 8 years of experience, 7, 8 years of experience on my profile. Um, yeah. And then once you get that up, just start connecting with people. You'll see different people's profiles pop up. Hey, this is recommended for you. This is whatever. And there's more to it than that, but like at a basic level, almost like putting together an Instagram profile, like a professional Instagram profile. Picture, basic title, like almost like an Instagram bio, some basic information about yourself, and then that's it. Like that, literally, you'll be good if you just have that. Does that does that cover everything? Let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about. I feel like I kind of breezed through this, but I also have a meeting coming up, so yeah. Let me just let me know, y'all. Let me know. I'm happy to share this information. Like I said, my ultimate goal is to be able to like work a little bit more closely with those who are looking for tech sales jobs. Um yeah, like I said, my method works. It has worked for me. It's worked for other people. And I talked to a recruiter the other day that was like, yeah, I'm not surprised you got as many job offers as you did. So if you guys want some more tips specifically regarding LinkedIn or job search stuff, please let me know. I know that was a lot. Feel free to rewind and take some notes. Okay. But I hope that was helpful. Yeah. And once again, if you don't know, if you skipped the intro the first time, my name is Alexis. I post every single day here on YouTube. Today is day 25. I'm so excited. Yeah, my goal is at minimum 100 consecutive days of posting here on YouTube, and the ultimate goal is a full 365. So hit that subscribe button, join me on the journey, hop on this train early, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.